Social Security is 3/4 of a century old. It is one of the great successes of American government. It works, it has worked. No one has missed a payment in 75 years. And its financial, let's say solvency is the word that's often used. It's misused, but for shorthand, I'll say that, is much better than is generally believed. Social Security is in pretty good shape. There are some things we can do to put it in great shape, and we should. It is very important for roughly 30 million Americans. It is the principal means of support in their non-wage earning years. For a large fraction of the 50-some million recipients of Social Security, it is their only support in their non-wage earning years. It is not just for retirees, it's also for surviving spouses and children. It is also a disability program. And again, I repeat, it has worked. People point out that, well, on average, over 75 years, the stock market has produced higher returns than we've gotten on our Social Security dollars. But our Social Security dollars have been much more secure, so that we can say no one has ever missed a payment. During down times in the market, Social Security goes on. You know, how many people 5 years ago thought they were going to retire then until they lost half of their bankroll, of their nest egg? So it is important that we keep Social Security strong. I have legislation that would do, as you mentioned, a great deal to just take this question of the solvency of Social Security off the table. It would be to remove the cap on wages that are taxed for Social Security. As you know, some people pay into Social Security through the FICA tax. It's a percentage that the employer and the employee pay, or if you're self-employed, the employee pays into the Social Security Trust Fund. And those funds are invested in the U.S. government, essentially. And these taxes are collected up to a little over $110,000 in wages. So if you're a millionaire, you're paying 1/10 the tax rate that the rest of us are. Those below $110,000, that is. And not only is that, many people would say, not fair, but it also misses an opportunity to shore up Social Security so no one ever need talk about the solvency of it. If we removed the cap, so wages above $110,000 were also subject to the Social Security tax, we could increase benefits and take any discussion of the solvency of the program off the table. Now, in either case, in any case, the most important thing we can do for Social Security is to make sure that we have a vibrant, growing economy. That will ensure that Social Security has revenues coming in the future sufficient to pay. That has been the case since 1935, with some ups and downs. And we should be taking some steps in the federal government right now to see that we have a vibrant economy. And I'll say more about that a little later. But Social Security is important. I'm committed to preserving it. There are things we can do to make it even stronger than it already is.